Oriire funowo, good tidings to you. I pray that you are feeling awake, aware, and elevated in mind, body, and spirit, wherever you are, and whatever may be happening around you. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. I am Baba Umar, Oluranse Emese, voice of the MSA, member of the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs in Ile-Ife, Nigeria, Oluwo of the House of Umar, and Babalao of Ile-Ife Orisa, the House of the Mysteries of the Orishas. Oriire, abundant blessings to our Egbe, our online community of subscribers that continues to grow thanks to you. Thank you for joining us for another lesson and for clicking that like button. Remember, as a member of our YouTube Egbe, you can support each other's spiritual journey by posting your questions and uplifting comments in the comment section below. You can also email me using the link in the description below if you need to contact me on a more personal matter for consultation or divination. Also, check the community section of this channel for periodic messages, the monthly Itadogun reading, and additional Ifa lessons. If you're new to these video lessons, we invite you to go ahead and click the subscribe and notification buttons and share this resource with your family, friends, and colleagues. You never know whose life you may change by that simple act of sharing. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Homage to the one who sends and to those who are sent. Homage to Orisha and Egun. Our topic for this video lesson is the 16 Truths of Ifa, Truth 7. The earth is the marketplace. Heaven is our home. We've explored the first 6 of the 16 Truths of Ifa. There is a single God. There is no devil. There is no predestination. It is your birthright to be happy, successful, and fulfilled. You should grow and obtain wisdom during your life journey, your life process. And the 6th truth, which we covered in the last lesson, we are reborn through our blood relatives. Ashe. Have you ever had the feeling that you don't belong here in this world, in this reality? The feeling that this earth environment and global culture are foreign to you? If you are anything like me, that feeling hits you when you were still a child, pre-teens. Maybe you still feel that way. I remember for me, I guess I was just hitting double digits, maybe not even, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Growing up in Harlem, New York, living in skyscrapers and looking down on the streets of Harlem and New York, I would just go inward and shake my head and say, something's wrong with this. I mean, the Vietnam War, the anti-war movement, the civil rights movement, there's so much, the drugs, heroin and angel dust, and you name it. I mean, the streets were crazy. And I'm looking and feeling the energy around me, and I'm shaking my head saying, something's wrong with this. I mean, I'm 10, 11 years old maybe, and I knew something was not right. There was an inconsistency between the view of the world that I had been given and was being given, and what I was feeling from within my own Ori, within my own heart. I didn't know Ori at the time, but within my head, within my heart, I knew that there was some kind of imbalance, inconsistency. Share with us in the comments, if you would, when you first realized that there was a disconnect between who you felt yourself to be inside and what the culture was reflecting to you from outside. Who are you? Where are you from? Where are you? Why are you here? What are you doing, and who are you being during your journey in the Loja? Ifa encourages you to ask yourself these questions and to seek the answers that your Oriire is guiding you towards. Have you ever had that feeling that there is something strange about all this? Your and my experience of life in the Loja? As you have set your eyes upon the environment, haven't you felt a sense of wonder, awe, expansiveness, awareness? And haven't you at some point in your life, whether as a child, teenager, or adult, had this strange feeling that there is more to this thing that we call life, and that somehow you don't belong here in this body, here in this dimensional reality? Again, please share your answers to these questions in the comments below. We can all benefit from communicating with each other. And of course, you've had the experience of looking at yourself and listening to yourself as if from a distance. You felt that part of yourself that is not your body, not your mind, not even your thoughts, the part of you that holds a vantage point from which it is simply a witness, pure awareness. Who hasn't had these experiences? In Truth 6, we discussed the subject of rebirth. Therefore, it should be clear that in Ifa, we hold the conviction that we are spiritual entities having the experience of physicality through the spiritual laws of the Loja, the awesomeness of Ara Ojubo, the body temple, and Isopo, our connectivity to the omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent consciousness of Orisun, source, Orun, Olofi-dumare. Ifa says, Aye Loja, Orunile. The Loja, the world, is the marketplace. The spirit world is home. Your and my journey in the Loja is cyclical between interconnected realities. We move from home to the world and return home again before returning to this world, this dimension again. We choose to come. Remember Ifa's words from Irosu Iwori, the 78th Odu, on the good condition and why we reincarnate. Aboru Aboye. Ifa says, one day all kinds of people, good people and those who do not allow good in other people's lives, gathered together. They then went to Orunmila. They said, coming back and forth to earth tires us, Orunmila. Therefore, please allow us to rest in heaven. Orunmila said, you cannot avoid going back and forth to earth until you bring about the good condition that Oduduwa has ordained for every human being. Only then you may rest in heaven. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. When we consider the horrors that human beings have done and are doing to each other, to Ile-Ife, Mother Earth, and to all her children in all of the kingdoms, we wonder why we would have ever chosen to come here to experience this. But when we consider the wisdom of Ifa, the absolute beauty of this earth environment and the cosmic space that it occupies, we get those wonderful feelings that inner sense of wonder, awe, and joy. And something within us remembers that that is why we chose to come. We come for the experiences that will expand and elevate our consciousness and the consciousness of all humanity. We return to co-create heaven on earth. This reality is a wonderful environment in which we can have profound, positive, transformative experiences. The Loja is the earth, the marketplace where everything is in a constant state of flux, an unending process of exchange. The Loja is not just the physical earth, but also includes all of what we are able to perceive, experience, and imagine from our vantage point in the body temple. In the Loja, we exchange our physical energies, our emotional energies, our ideas, our fears, our beliefs, our loyalties, products from the earth and products from our creativity and ingenuity. The Loja is a marketplace where Orisa Eshu holds sway. He is the Lord of choice, chance, and change, the guardian of the gates of fortune, good and bad. He's the Lord of the four directions. He's the Lord of flexibility. He's the keeper of the Ashe of the Orisa. These energy dynamics are the experiences that we encounter in the Loja because they are tied to your and my ability to choose. And choose we must. Some people think that they can avoid making a choice by abstaining. But that's not correct. You cannot avoid making a choice whether you choose to act or to abstain. Either way, you've still made a choice. And under the spiritual laws of the Loja, every choice counts and brings about its effect and consequences. Take, for example, the current political situation and environment in the United States. We're getting ready, we're 30-something days away from the 2024 presidential elections. Some people are going to vote for Kamala Harris and her running mate. Some people are going to vote for Little D, Donald Trump, and his running mate. And some people say, well, I'm going to abstain. I'm not going to vote. Yeah, but if there's 13 people voting in total, and 6 people vote for Trump, and 6 people vote for the Harris ticket, and you abstain, you made a choice that changed reality. If you had voted one way or the other, the result would have been 7-6, 13 votes. But by abstaining, you make it impossible to achieve that 7-6 either way, and so you affect the reality. So abstaining is an illusion that somehow or another you can escape your responsibility in making choices. Let me encourage you to go back and reread this series of on the 16 Truths of Ifa. Enjoy the process of studying how the 16 Truths of Ifa are so finely interwoven, creating a navigational fabric that has extraordinary strength and power to assist us on our journey in the Loja. And what of the place we call home, Orun? Is it really a place? Maybe, but perhaps not. Rather than a place, it may be better thought of as another vibrational and dimensional reality. Think about it. There's no other place for anything to exist outside of the Ashe, the realm of infinite possibility, the dark primordial source from which all things emerge. There's no other place for anything to exist outside of the omniscient consciousness of Orisun Tigbobo, the source of everything. So everything that we're dealing with, everything that we see, everything that we think, everything we experience, everything, it's all happening in the consciousness of Olofi-dumare. The universal law of Isoro dictates that all manifestations of the Ashe must remain interconnected. So when we say that our relatives return home to the realm of ancestors, to Orun, we are recognizing the fact that a dimensional shift has taken place for them. The spiritual laws of the Loja no longer apply to them because of that dimensional shift. So there's a prayer that we say to ancestors, and in that prayer we say, Kosi Iku, death is no more. Kosi Arun, sickness is no more. Kosi Oyo, tragedy is no more. Kosi Ofo, loss is no more. Kosi Idina, obstacles are no more. Kosi Akoba, unforeseen evils are no more. Kosi Fatibo, to be overwhelmed is no more. This prayer points out to us some of the differences between the dimensional realm of the Loja and the dimensional realm of ancestors, or Orun, heaven, the spirit realm. When we leave the Loja, death, sickness, tragedy, loss, obstacles, unforeseen evils, and being overwhelmed are no longer issues, at least not in the same way that they manifest their energies in this dimensional realm. These are the Ajogun. We choose to return to the Loja to experience the challenge, joy, and power of the Itelo, expansion of our consciousness, and as we mentioned earlier in these lessons, Isoki, contraction, is a part of the process of Itelo, expansion. The prayer also points out some of the ways that choice, chance, and change, and fortune, good and bad, can manifest their energies in the Loja, either attracting or circumventing the Ajogun. When we return home to being a disembodied spiritual entity, our process of consciousness expansion does not end. We continue to have transformative experiences in other dimensions. And when we feel we are ready to put our acquired knowledge to the self-test, we choose to come back to the Loja through one of our blood relatives. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. It's so beautiful. I hope that you're understanding this, that you're deriving great benefit from this journey that we're taking together. I've spread these lessons out. I post these particular lessons once a month so that you have time to go back, to review, to process. You get the hard copy, the PDF copy that you can download and start putting your binder, your study guide together. This is not a quick fix. There's no instant change going on here. But if you take the wisdom that's being given, reflect on it, and apply it to yourself, to your thinking, to your choices, to your actions, you will realize that Ifa has the power to change your life. Or, let me put it this way, you have the power to change your life through the practice of Ifa. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Ki Olofi-dumare Orisha ati egun, fifune ni, itona imoye ati opo ire. May Olofi-dumare Orisha and Egun bestow on you guidance, wisdom, and abundant blessings. Ifo Kanbele, peace of mind from Olofi-dumare. Mogbagbo Ninu Tiyo, I believe in you. Alafia ati Ife, peace and love. Ajolo, Ajobo, we go out together, we return together. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.